will have to welcome you again, everyone. Thank you for coming. This is a webinar for partners regarding the Q4 launch. So I hope we're still missing a few people, but they will come after a while. Otherwise, it will be in the partner portal. So I'm recording this now, and in a few days, so early next week, it will be together with the presentation. It will be available on the partner portal, and I can send out a link to everyone so you can find it again. Okay, then I think I can give the word to Olena first. You're muted, Olena.
Yeah. Of course. I just wanted to say thank you for joining us today, and we're happy you're here. So the main aim today is to go through the releases that are coming up, and also to equip you with the knowledge and material you need when you're out there talking with customers or potential customers. So today we'll dive into the latest releases, what's new, what's improved, and also how it's relevant for our customers. Our goal is to empower you with a clear understanding of the product features, benefits, and also where you can find the resources you need to go back to refer to if you need. There are 3 points on this agenda. So this first, we're going to go, Torvald will go through the roadmap. So what's being prioritized in product, what's happening on our end. And then we'll go through the release highlights, going through what's been new this quarter or what will be out early next quarter, next month maybe. And then we'll finish up on the enablement part. On what you get in the package. So just some housekeeping first. Some of these releases have been rolling out since July. So some may seem familiar if you're up to date with the release notes. You will see that each feature has a link to their release notes to the partner portal for direct access. However, we do have some features or updates that are still not ready or not done and don't have a release note. And I've made a point to mark it with this yellow wait for the release note text, so we don't accidentally communicate something out to our customers or externally. So this material will be available in the partner portal that Ellen will put together. You can ask questions in the chat during the session, and we'll answer those as we go forth. So for demo requests, this is like a high, quick level overview. And for demo, if you want more information regarding a specific feature within RamBase, I would recommend a request to Ellen. That way we can better present the solution and do more of a deep dive into it. I'll pass it over to you, Torvald, to go through our roadmap.
Yes, thank you. Of course, every roadmap comes with a disclaimer. It is all a plan. And also wanted to remind you a little bit on how we are prioritizing and how we do this investment in the product. We do pick up stuff from input from both you and from customers, or from the IDS portal and other sources. And that's the category to delight our customers. So that's sort of one category of investments that we do. But we also are investing in expanding the addressable market, or also making a better fit to the market. So a lot of the roadmap is about increasing or expanding the addressable market, as well as increasing the win rate, making sure that what we have is what's on top of mind for our customers or potential customers. making sure that we have what is needed. Of course, there are a lot of things to do and to develop, but we have some strategic themes that we consistently follow. We'll split them into 5 buckets, and we are not prioritizing everything at once. That means that we are doing this throughout a 5-year period, focusing on the competitive core. That means that that's improvements that will address all our customer segments. Best of breed make to order, that addresses make to order companies. Best of breed or OEMs or original equipment manufacturer or tier 1 suppliers have different needs than make to order suppliers. That's 2 different segments that we are focusing on for our 5-year plan. But also we have the integrated supply chain element here, where we do focus on multi-company and also multi-location operations. In addition to that, we also have these as a service revenue models. You know that we are working intensively with our rental capabilities, but also within value-added services. So if I start in the details on the far right here, rental is something that we are working on, and that will come to a RamBase near you soon, but it's not included in this launch presentation. For our planning for the next iteration, we will focus on value-added service, meaning POD, which is job order management. We have some improvements that we are doing there that will be delivered in the next product iteration. So that's that. And if you see on the other, and if you just look at competitive core, you see that some are white and some are a little bit more blue-ish. And that is illustrating a little bit of our focus currently, because now we are starting on a major initiative on what we call reconcilable cost accounting, making sure that we have better cost tracking in the product. That is a big initiative. The planning has started. You will not see any direct changes based on this until next year, but it will require a lot of work from our side. The other one that's under there, purchase requirement management, that is PUR. We are on the finishing line of PUR. So that is sort of something that we will deliver, and then we will refocus the resources a little bit on other things. Same goes for warehouse management, where we have the last delivery, which is the quality control and verification part, which will be presented today. Quality management, I will not focus on for this presentation, not the platform or the data integration platform, but there are things going on there, and that's focus area. When it comes to quality management, that's also a focus area. You will hear more about that next year for ERP. We are finishing up some initiatives on flexible PLS, product lifecycle management, meaning the initiative that we have on alternative material, so you can have more flexible structures, and also on efficient traceability is pick to production. So those initiatives we are closing up also for refocusing this team to something else, and that will be on service and repair. So we're starting now with analysis and discussions related to service and repair. So we would be looking for insights and feedback on that. And hopefully we will get traction on developing new stuff or refurbishing that for during next year. And of course, the big thing is the integrated supply chain, where we have started a little bit on multi-location operations. And this is going to tie into a multi-company solution, including mass data across companies. So that's also a bigger initiative that you will see the first part, multi-location operations during next year, will be changes into that part. So that's sort of the high-level prioritizations that we do, and we will come back to other areas here as time goes by, and we'll refocus our resources towards other things on warehouse management and production planning and so forth at later stages. But currently, the focus is this. And then we should go through the highlights for this release, our launch quarter. And as Olli mentioned, some features are not released, and they are in the final stages. So there will be release notes for everything when it is done. But here you will get a sort of a notification before it is released. I can also see that there is a comment.
Yep.
Timescale for delivery of new PUR. You will, if you're going to go live in December, you will need to use old PUR. That is for sure. So that's the comment on that one, because it will be delivered in Q1. Then someone else has to take over the sharing or the control. Now we go into more details in the different delivery items for this quarter. And I guess the first one is quality control triggers. So that's Sankey.
Hello, everyone. So quality control triggers had good reception. So this implementation was initiated as part of a bigger initiative of enhancing inbound logistics in RAMBase. And as you may all know, quality control triggers were part of archive application before, like currently. But with ongoing development, we have created a new application called QCT, Quality Control Triggers, where it addresses the limitations we had before. And with the new release, we'll be introducing advanced controls and settings for quality control triggers, along with seamless integration with purchasing and warehouse processes. So yeah, this is how it's going to look like. And we are in the final stages of development. Thank you.
Production is Eldin.
Yep. Hello, everyone. The first topic is to go through the advanced material picking for product units. We have had this feature available in production systems just for testing purposes for quite some time. It's the first phase of it was to actually enable more advanced picking for one product unit. And what that entails is during both the picking of components during production, you're also picking components, but also building a trace list. So having this more efficient feasibility approach to it gives much more value to the user. There's also some good features and functions within this that enables the user to pick above what's planned of quantity per piece. You have more like history logs of what's been picked, serial numbers, and so on. What's straight around the corner is the same feature, more or less, but for several product units. So in addition to being able to have this advanced picking process for one product unit, you can also initiate it for several product units. And that's in the cases where you would have, let's say, 100 product units, and on 50 of those, you're going to pick part A from one specific batch. And then this new feature would be valuable for the user. Next in line, it's rather...
Eldin, there was a question. Yeah. Can you answer that first?
Well, I will.
Trace list. How does that compare to existing LCM?
Yeah, that is the LCM. So while you are picking, you're actually building the LCM and all the parts defined in the LCM. So if you are picking based on, let's say, specific serial numbers, once you confirm the pick, you will also update the LCM with the correct serial number on the specific part. So you're more or less doing everything in one go instead of picking and then going to the LCM and updating the serial numbers on each part you have picked. Yes, trace list, it's a section within the LCM.
Good.
Yeah. So moving over to a new topic. This is, as I mentioned, rather like a small enhancement, but we've added a column and a named filter in the PVO menu application. What this does is it allows the user to filter out all the production work orders where all the required material is in place or in stock. So as you know, today, the production work order status is dependent on the material status on the first operation. And usually you can start the production with only having materials for the first operation. But with this, you will be able to filter out only the production work orders that have all materials required in place. So just a small enhancement on the PVO menu, but a good feature nevertheless. Yeah, moving on. We have this scheduled production job application, which enables the user to move PVOs from one step to another in a batch. What we have done here is we've also added the option of canceling production work orders. So if you want to cancel production work orders in bulk, more or less, you can then select this job type and then select what actual production work orders can be cancelled, and you can schedule it and everything as before. There is some validations in place there, as you can see. It's also described on this slide. Yes. And then we have validation on serial numbers in production, meaning that if you have a parameter on operation that validates if all the parts in a trace list or LCM require a serial number. Today, that feature is validating everything in LCM. So as long as the part is in LCM, it will validate on serial number. So what we're doing with this granular serial number control is adding more flexibility to it. So that means that you can have all parts in the LCM, but only select the ones you want to validate on serial number. And this is also related to the documentation part of it, because there is requirements on having parts in the LCM for documentation purposes and trace purposes, but without actually the need of validating the serial numbers. So with this new feature, the customers or users will be able to actually specify which specific part in the LCM is going to get validated on serial number. Improved waste calculation. Some of you, I guess, already know, but today you're able to specify a wastage on a part. You can either specify wastage in quantity or in percentage. Previously, if you specified or had values in both fields, meaning both quantity and percentage, it only considered the quantity value. And that's a bit strange to be honest, but what we've done here is we've just made sure that if you have values in both fields, meaning both the quantity and percentage field, those will be accumulated So it will be added as a total instead of only considering one of the fields. Yes. Then over to my good friend Hans Morten.
Yes, thank you and hello. We have a few things in finance this time. The first one here on the screen is that we will improve the UI, the user interface for the pay application total. So it will go to the new, as we call it, Rexified version of it. It's mainly a visible change, but also there are a few other improvements that will, the users will notice that. We have tried to, for those of you that is familiar with this tool, there is kind of three levels of it. You have the document itself, then you have item, and then you have inside the item, you also have an item. So we tried to remove that 3 levels and make it as 2 levels. So the changes will be noted by those who use this on an everyday basis, and that's why we also it will come to the customers early in November, because we will have a silent release to make sure that we are safe here, and so we will release it silent for the not silent. We will release it internally first, so that we can test this a little bit by a user. Yes. So in a month or so, yeah. The next one we are doing changes on is the foreign exchange gains and losses. And in RAMBase, as you know, there has been nothing like gain and losses compared to how to set it up in the accounting. So we now introduced that you can actually put gain on a gain account and loss on a loss account. In addition to that, we also introduced a new model how to calculate between realized and unrealized gains and losses, meaning that we now will introduce a model where you can reverse the unrealized exchange differences inside the period closure tool. Yeah, so yeah, without going too deep into this, this is the main changes we will introduce very soon. Yes, a little thing for some of you. The functionalities actually exist already on a sales document, a sales order. It's possible to edit the purchase price field, but as of now, we can also edit it on a sales invoice in status 1. This is if you like to have more accurate margins on a cost invoice item. Yeah. So it's for the type expenses items in the invoice. You can now, for instance, update the price for freight, because you might not know it before you are in the invoice stage of the process. So we will open that field also in the sales invoice. Yes. I know a few things here. Also, we are trying to, we will release a possibility here to automatically assign products to suppliers, a standard product, which will then give if you have an electronic invoice, you will automatically assign a product in the validation process. And if you then have an accounting rule on that product, you will automatically get the correct product and accounting for a specific supplier. For instance, the phone bill or the house rent, something like that, which is recurring. And then you can always say that this supplier will always have this product. In addition to that, recurring invoices, in the middle, we also have auto approval, will introduce auto approval for recurring incoming invoices. Same thing, the same house rent or the phone bill or license that you will have every month. You can now also set up that you will automatically approve it. So that means that you can, if you introduce first the standard product for the supplier and then auto approve it, it will go automatically to, for instance, status 3 as an invoice. It will be approved without anyone have touched it yet. So that will probably save a lot of you for time. Yeah. The last one there is a technical thing. We will, if you have perfect information in the XML file, like the invoice item number, it will now hit the correct purchase order item. If you have, for instance, 2 items in a purchase order that is identical, it would today choose the first one, no matter what. But after this improvement, it will now choose, for instance, item number 2 if the invoice file points at item number 2. Yes.
Just a comment on the auto approval for recurring incoming invoices. This is set up in the supplier contracts module, so it's a part of the contracts module. So that means that if you have a contract with a supplier, and you then can set up an auto approval based on the contents of the contract.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, I can go to next. I know some of you have waited for this one. It will come now soon. We have a solution today where you can put up a rule that you can, for instance, put on the Swedish VAT number for a specific location. What you also can do after this release is to make exceptions on that rule. So you can change your mind on that location and still use the standard VAT rules. So that is a change that will be possible to override on the document level, and also you can put the rule onto a customer where you can ignore the setup in the location. Yeah. Very soon this will be released. This one is about compliance in Poland. We will make Rambus ready for the requirements there and send invoices electronic, both manually, and also we will have a system to integrate on. The limit for this is the 1st of February by the Polish government, so we will make Rambus ready for this before that. Yes, I think that was it. Was it more? Yeah, it was even more small things that is available. We have a EU sales list report which is now available, and there is also a widget about cash flow. It's actually based on a report, but it shows all the incoming invoices, even if it's booked or not, and what amounts you have coming in the invoice flow, incoming invoice flow. Yes. Then I think it was all from finance.
All right. Thank you. Good. I will talk a little bit about this. It has been a need from customers, especially in metal fabrication, that they have contracts where hourly paid resources also have flex. So the change is now that a hourly paid resource also can accumulate flex. The way it was before is that if you had the flex, everything was sent to the salary file and paid out. Now the flex is not reported to the salary system, and you will have your flex account for the next month. So you can sort of use your flex account outside of the hourly paid contract hours. A couple of small changes. Ship to address visible in purchase order change request. This is a minor improvement. Also, we have the create products via the SFTP server polling. That means that you can the same as you do, for instance, for PDM upload. You can define a FTP server for loading up a art upload file. All right, then it is about the rest of the process, and I guess you, Olena, will tell us a little bit more about that.
Yep. So we're in the enablement process. So what that means is we show you guys what is coming up in RAMBase, so you know ahead of time, and also we deliver on material. So the core idea is to equip every stakeholder, being internal and external, with the right information, knowledge, and resources they need to market, sell, support the solution. In this case, we will provide you with the tools and material you need that is easy to find, easy to use, and are relevant for your needs. And why does this matter? Well, this launch process ensures that we are all aligned, well-informed, and creating a united front. So when you're equipped with the right resources, you can be more confident to understand the product from its features to customer benefits. We see that people are more efficient, especially if it's the information is easy to find, saving you time and letting you focus on what you need to do. And I guess, and the last thing is the alignment, that we are aligned internally and externally. So for the execution is how do we RAMBase support you? It's through accessible knowledge. So we've created materials such as this presentation, the release info document, which will be part of the package, and also this recording. And this would be available 24/7 on our partner portal. So this presentation is a high-level overview. The release information document goes into much more detail, such as mapping the features into industry relevance and customer benefits, as well as highlighting if users need to make any changes in their settings or something to access the features. And I just want to bring this slide up again. We did go through a few things that are not yet available, but will be available soon. And wait for the release note before communicating externally or with our customers. I'll give it over to Ellen to make so the thank yous and closing remarks.
Yes. Hello again, and thank you, everyone. I think we've gone through everything. If any of you want a demo of any of this that has been talked about today, please send me a note, an email, or a team message, or whatever you want, and then we can arrange for that so that you can get a demo. But I think the documentation is also quite good, so it will be fine. We'll put everything up in the partner portal in a few days once we have got the recording uploaded where we need it, so we can reach it, everyone. And then it's available there also for those of your colleagues that hasn't been able to join us in this meeting.